I think that one of the biggest things that make the tech and computer hardware space so cool is the community that is behind it. There are millions of people who know their stuff and love to talk about it, like to teach others about tech and help random people with their hardware problems. It's a super involved community, a very vocal community, and in my opinion, one of the best to be a part of. The sad fact of the matter is for the past year, this community has been slowly dying off. We aren't seeing a whole lot of new people join the community, and many people have become sort of disinterested in what the DIY tech community has to offer. I first got into the DIY computer hardware community out of necessity. I was a sophomore in high school and my friends were badgering me to play some games with them on PC. At the time, I had a crappy Acer laptop, so playing anything other than CSGO at 20 FPS in Minecraft with a 4-chunk simulation distance was not feasible. I wanted to get a system that I could actually play games on, but I didn't have a whole lot of money, so I spent my days doing my research on Reddit, YouTube, and Discord servers to see what my best options were when it came to getting the best bang for my buck. After about a month of working a pretty well-paying high school job and doing my research, I built my first gaming PC, and even after I learned everything I needed to get the PC up and running, I found myself on YouTube and Reddit consuming tech content. I quickly found myself among the DIY PC hardware community, and I think for most other people in the PC hardware community, your story is somewhat similar to mine. I think for the most part, people end up joining this community out of necessity, and they end up staying because it grows on them. They start to learn about overclocking, water cooling, case modding, and the list goes on. The problem with all of 2021, though, is the necessity to know the ins and outs of the PC hardware landscape is diminishing. In 2021, pricing got to the point at which it's better to buy a pre-built gaming PC than building your own, so without the need to go any deeper, other than asking if this PC is better than this other one, people aren't going to get invested into this community, which really sucks. This past year, PC gaming was becoming super popular, and gaming PCs and laptops were being sold like crazy, but because everyone was buying pre-built PCs and laptops, we hardly saw any of those people coming over and making it into the tech community. A big thing that I've seen that shows our community is in decline is the change in YouTube content. When it comes to the content on the site, the viewership is around the same, if not slightly higher, among most tech channels, which many of you probably think contradicts my idea that the community is dying. The problems with computer hardware this past year caused many of these channels to change their content drastically, which makes sense. These channels are pretty much just companies trying to make money, and they're going to release the content that gets them the most viewership. The most popular content, however, 2-3 years ago, were videos introducing people to things in the PC space. How to build a PC, where to buy your PC parts from, and what the best 1080p or 1440p gaming builds were all very common videos to see on YouTube, but now you're seeing pretty much none of that. That particular kind of content was the kind of content that got people who are dabblers in tech to become people who are wholeheartedly invested in tech. People who have no experience in this space aren't going to go straight for a video talking about overclocking, optimal case cooling, or the minutiae of processors. This is most evident with a channel called Bitwit. Bitwit has been around for a while, and I remember watching a lot of Kyle's videos when I was getting into tech. He made a bunch of videos talking about how to build a PC, how to get the parts to get one together, and cool build ideas, and just content catered towards people who don't know a whole lot about the PC hardware space. If you take a look at his channel today, it is just frankly not doing great compared to his past videos. I haven't watched his videos for a while because I kind of got more and more interested in things he doesn't cover, but Kyle and his channel still serves a huge purpose to introduce people to the hardware community, and I think it's sad how much 2021 has been hurting people like Kyle and the community as a whole. The content that is doing well is being catered towards hardcore hardware enthusiasts. Channels like Moore's Law is Dead and Gamers Nexus have become the go-to channels for me and as well tons of other tech enthusiasts to watch because that's just our kind of content. People who are buying pre-built PCs don't care about IPC improvements generation over generation. They don't care about power efficiency and clock speed tuning because they never had to get into the BIOS and tinker around with settings or worry about planning what kind of PSU they want to buy so they can keep it through all the upgrades they plan on doing through the years. They just want the simple answers to their questions, and can you really blame them? It's not just that people aren't joining the community. We are also seeing longtime members of this community leaving. there really isn't anything for us to get excited about anymore. Sure, there are a few product launches that happen here and there, but they're just kind of all the same for us. We can't buy them, so what's the point of being even excited about these releases? Everything just kind of feels boring to listen to and talk about because everything just feels so inconsequential. I'm not planning on making any new builds anytime soon or any upgrades. I don't care about what CPUs or GPUs are coming out because no one can get their hands on them. I'm not making builds for my friends anymore because it's just better for them to go out and grab a laptop or a pre-built PC. People don't find the community interesting anymore because they don't want to see the same people talking about the same stuff on the same forums. There's very little for us in this community to latch onto, and I feel this way myself. I don't do nearly as much tech stuff as I used to do, and I don't watch nearly as much tech content as I used to, and it sucks, and I think most of you pretty much feel the same way. My hope for 2022 is that we can start seeing a bigger push for DIY PCs. I hope that with the launch of Intel's new GPUs and with some more hardware availability, we can see some sort of resurgence in the DIY space, but we're going to need a lot more than that. We need cool new things to talk about and invest our time into. We need new people to teach and talk tech to. It's the discussions that make this community so great. People can be so passionate about wires, fiberglass, and silicon. People have built their careers and lives from this community and what it gave to them. And I would hate to see these opportunities and experience become lost to just so many people. So that's the end of the video. If you have any thoughts about the situation, be sure to leave those in the comment section below. Also, if you enjoy the video, make sure to leave a like. It really helps me out. And if you want to see more content like this, make sure to hit that subscribe button down below. Thanks again for watching, and I hope to see you guys in the next one. Peace.